Welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to take a look at Captain of Industry. This is a game that's been around in beta for a little while, but it finally reached early access on the 31st of May 2022. What it is a industry simulation game with some elements of city building put in. So what you could probably say, it's a bit of a cross between Factorio and sort of say city skylines with maybe a touch of workers and resources thrown in. Now this video is going to be very much a first look. It's not the first part of the new series, and I'm going to be completely upfront. When I go in, this will be the first time I'm actually playing the game, so I'm going to apologize in advance for any mistakes or failings, and I will appreciate any comments and feedback you guys want to put in and tips about how we need to start, because I do plan to make a series on that. But what I really wanted to do in this video is just get a feel for the game, how easy it is to play, and I'm also very much aware that it is an early access game, therefore there's going to be a few rough edges, and I think probably what we're going to do is just hit new game. Now I'll be up front, I have looked at these screens already simply because I had to set up the recording software. And what we seems to be is there's 5 starting maps, and I think New Haven, it says here, is from the alpha version. I think this is the one that's seen. I have watched a couple of videos of people playing this, but it was way back in about February, I think. And then we've got something called the Beach and Carolland, Golden Peak. That looks like it's got a lot of rough terrain. You shall not pass. So I'm assuming that these are increasing difficulty. Anyway, we're going to be playing New Haven. I'm assuming that these are the resources that are available on the map. And then we got here resource size standard, cliff height standard, resource elevation. Yeah, well, don't know what it means, so there's no point worrying about it. And obviously the game is suggesting that we play Sailor. I'm assuming that means it's easy. We've got Captain, which I would say is probably normal mode, and Admirals for people who are a bit masochistic, I think. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to play Sailor. As I say, I'm not going to go through these resources because I don't know what they mean. And I think we might as well just jump in and see what happens. Very impressive load screen here with the excavator loading into a dump truck and the rocket in the background. I'm hoping that is an indication of big things where this game is going to go over time. I mean, that'd be brilliant if you could start from a very simple community and go there and build a rocket and launch it into space. Anyway, guys, I'll see you once we actually get onto the map. So here we are. Message center. Welcome, Captain. Captain, you just docked. Our ship and local shipyard are both in need of major repairs. The abandoned communication station near the dock can be deconstructed and used to smelt iron in a blast furnace, so we can build more vehicles and construction parts. It's essential to build a research lab as soon as possible so you can figure out more blueprints to import things such as farms or a beacon. You can build multiple labs and to speed up research. A friendly village can trade with you nearby. Check the world map. Trading can be lifesaver if you run into a shortage of critical supplies, so you should research and build a trading dock as soon as possible. Now I'm just going to press the space bar and see it pauses, because we do need to have a look around, simply because I don't got a clue what I'm looking at. So we'll start with the obvious. We've got a great big ship here. I'm assuming this is a trading ship, but it's damaged, so it looks like we're going to have to repair it. Okay. We've got a damaged shipyard. I wonder if that means we can build ships here. And it looks like we got some resources stored in the shipyard. In fact, they seem to reflect the resources on the right hand side here. We got copper, diesel, rubber, cement, construction parts, although I'm not seeing construction parts on this list. Mechanical parts and vehicle parts. So I'm assuming that one of our first tasks is going to be to get a construction industry up and running. So and it said something about abandoned building. Is that it here? Yeah, it says abandoned communications. It provides iron scrap, concrete slabs, and electronics. So we've got to recycle this. This is going to give us 2,000 iron scrap, 1,300 concrete, and 300 electronics. So this, I'm assuming this is just our kind of starting supplies. And what's this? Like a container park. Wow. I like the zoom in. This is a settlement. Okay. It puts a new angle on life, doesn't it? You've got these. Well, I suppose that looks pretty cool, actually. Now, I may sound a bit crazy, but I could live in that as long as it was, wasn't too hot in the summer and too cold in winter. But a building like that kind of grabs me. So it looks like we got that here's got some occupants in 90. We got a few people here, so it looks like there's an accumulative effect there. What's this building here? This is the food market. We got a food market. Oops, where that? So at the moment, everyone's living on potatoes, but we got protein. Oh, so we got carbs. We got protein that looks like corn, and I'm not sure what that is. We got meat. So there's a whole range of stuff here for an early access game. This is quite impressive. And what we got here is some trucks. We've got about 8 trucks, and whatever this is, looks like an excavator. That's a tree harvester. Okay, and what I'm going to do is run around very quickly the different commands, mainly to orientate myself. So we got population here, population overview, health, unity. What's unity? So this is an overview of, and if you want more detail, you can click here and come in. That's cool. So we got 90 out of a possible 140 population. We got food for 59 months. So obviously we're going to need to get some form of food production going. Out of those 90 pops, we got 78 workers. That means, I don't know, do we get a population breakdown? No, there's no population breakdown for children or anything like that. Maybe that will come later on. Then we got the health, and we've got the trucks here. This is what can be dumped by the trucks. Dirt, rock, slag crushed, and waste. Okay. Absolutely no idea what. We got 8 trucks, 1 wood harvester available to assign. Okay, we got. So that's there. The ship is docked. Number of vehicles owned. Then we got the controls on the top right. What's this here? Cut and copy. Copy settings. That's demolished. So I'm assuming that this means that we can cut and paste and copy things when we're building. Unity tool. Pause tool. I'm assuming that's. I don't think that's the general pause. I would say this is something you do to pause building or something. Layers. What's layers? Okay. So is this the result? This looks very much like the resources that are available. Apologies to if I start spinning the map around a bit. If any of you watch my workers and resources, you know that I've got a bit of a bad habit of doing it, especially when I get a bit nervous and a bit confused. As far as I can tell from the settings, because I did take a look at those, you can't adjust the sensitivity. So I'll try and stick with the WASD and keep in this alignment. And then if I do move, I'll try and move it very gently. I am getting better. Anyway, so I'll say that this is sand, this is limestone, this is coal because it's got a slightly brownish tinge. Got some iron over there, copper's green, gold is up right at the back there. Crude oil, I'm assuming we've got a little patch of crude oil here, and we got some more stuff up here. So we've got multiple deposits. Groundwater. Okay, interesting. What's this? Planning mode. Well, I don't really want to worry about too much about planning mode. Right, so what have we got across the bottom here? We've got metallurgy and smelting. Now the game said that we've got to start some construction and stuff like that. So let's have a quick through. Waste management, we got a smokestack. So this is a build menu. Transport, molten channel, pipes. So we got no conveyors. I was half hoping for conveyors, but research lab. Now the game says we got to build a research lab, so maybe we shove it anywhere. Maybe we're just. I'm a bit worried about obstructing this, so maybe if we put it there, and we can rotate, flip. So it's a nut. So it's basically on the game's on a building grid, but I'm not going to hold that against them. So put that there. So we've got to build a research lab. Okay, look, I think we'll just have a quick through. So we've got houses and services, waste collection, dumping designation, tree harvesting. Well, we've got to harvest some trees, haven't we? So what we'll do is we'll just do that. I don't know if I've just cancelled. Maybe I've just cancelled that. Let me just. Yep. So I think we've got that there. And we're just going to unpause now. Oh, we got trucks moving. Let's have a zoom in. My little. I thought that was an excavator, but obviously it's a tree harvester. Yep, he's off. We got trucks going this way. Building some research. Oh, that's cool. A little bit boxy at the moment, but I can remember the early days of workers and resources over when the auto build was boxy, but eventually it was resigned. Okay, so we got research lab is ready. Well, it says congratulations for the first research lab, Captain. You should research and build farms before our food supply runs out. Make sure you build them soon enough. It takes time to grow food. If you run out of workers, you make sure to bring more people to the island by building a beacon. Refugees who find us via the beacon will also bring valuable resources with them. Oh, so you get a combination of people and resources arriving. That's cool. You also keep an eye on the supply of construction parts and build an assembly manual to produce them. If you need to speed up your research, you can build more research labs. Yeah, okay. What happens if I click on it? Well, guess that there's a research menu there. It says start new research. Is that it? Wow. Oh. Ooh. Sorry guys, I've got to look at the end here. Rocket assembly launch. Yes, I know it's a long way away, and we certainly won't get. We'll get to it eventually, but I like that, the fact that you've got an end target. And I know it might upset some of you guys who play workers and resources, but I really wish that there was something like that in workers and resources, that there was some mega project like a space program, or maybe in the context of workers and resources, a mega munitions plant where you could sell weapons or something, or maybe build a nuclear bomb or something. I just feel that the game needs something like that on the end, but I mean, obviously it's not going to happen in the short term. Anyway, I've gone off completely on a tangent. So we got loads and loads of research here. It said construction and basic farming. I think my inclination is to go for construction first, because I'm worried that we might build things, because we got 59 months of food. I mean, I don't know. 59 months is what, 5 years. So we got about 5 years, and we're starting from the 16th of January. So I think, but we do need to get some food production. So we add that to the queue. Oh yeah, we can queue up things. All this is great. And then we've got vehicle mining. I mean, I don't know how far we're going to get through this in this video. It says that we should build a trading dock, and maybe I'm just going to go with these to begin with, so that we can get a little bit of a handle on what's going on. Right, so we got our here, and I'm assuming if we're going to run a blast furnace, what's the blast furnace? That needs iron scrapped and coal. Waste and dumping. What's this? Your population generates waste. This needs to be collected to maintain healthy conditions in your settlement. You can attach a waste collection to your settlement to collect the waste. To get rid of the waste, you can designate a dumping area with the Z key. Let your trucks dump the waste onto the terrain. Later on, you can research more ways how to deal with waste. Dumping. Okay. Okay, we'll just follow the tutorial. Oh, wow. We just shove that in there. And we've got how do we designate dumping designation? Okay, we got a little green thing here. Can we recover land? What's the number on the top? We've got to do it, guys. I know it's... Okay. So it says F, we can flatten. Okay. What we'll do is just put that there. I'll just put it live on pause at the moment while I do the thing. So we follow the tutorial. We got up with you. Tree has no truck assigned to it. So you need a truck. We just click you. Okay, we got a truck assigned to the harvester. But we need somewhere for this guy to take it. And I suppose at the moment the only thing we've got is coal. Where can we put the coal maker? And what does he produce? He produces coal and exhaust. I think my instinct is that if it's going to be delivering stuff to here, we should really put this kind of in the trees a little bit. But then again, we don't want it too far away from. I mean, I don't know if there's a range that the workers will go to, or whether they will cover the whole island. And we've actually got to get rid of the exhaust, haven't we? What was that? Sorry. 60. So we got that running now. We'll just let that run. So the trucks kind of park up where they last finished and then go off and do whatever they got to do. Well, we might as well. If we're making coal, we got to do a blast furnace. Now, a blast furnace takes 24 iron. Apologies if you hear noise in the background. Someone's just started cutting the lawn. We got 9 coal, produces 24 molten iron and 18 exhaust. Now, a metal takes 12. So that's saying that this can support 2 of those. Oh well, we'll just build it anyway. I mean, this is just first attempt 1. So we got some kind of conveyor output there. We got a little symbol that I assume indicates exhaust, and we've got we'll put 2 of these in because it's saying 2 for 1. We got. Can't we drag? Okay, we go that way. I don't want to go to that. I want to. Can't we? Oh, we can come off a corner like that. So we got that there. We got this running into here. Now I'm assuming we got to. Well, we'll just shove that there. My instinct is to put it there because this capacity. I think we'll just shove it in there for the moment like that. We'll just speed the game up a little bit. Let it go is forward. Right, guys, I'll just be right back. Apologies for the break, guys. I had to shut the window. I've got a next door neighbour who's a bit obsessed with cutting the grass at the moment. So what have we got here? Right, so we got production going now. Got some steel wandering down here. This is missing inputs. Oh, so it's got to get 12 molten steel before it actually produces 12 iron. Okay. I really like the animations in this game. Pretty cool. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of Satisfactory, but I'll be completely honest. I never really been able to get into Satisfactory. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that's kind of, you could say, irritated me slightly about the game. Anyway, what we got here now? We got assembly hall. We can make components, and what we actually will. So we can make construction parts, mechanical components, electronic components. I think the tutorial hinted that we're going to make construction parts, isn't it? So we're going to make assembly. What's the output here? 4.5 tons. So we could make 2 of these, couldn't we? I'm assuming that eventually if we got conveyors, you'd have a conveyor out of here. So say for argument's sake we put we'll just build one at the moment. Okay. We'll just build one of these. I mean, I'd say this isn't optimal. This is me just and we'll build construction parts here. Got little trucks running around doing their stuff. It says here, okay, let me just pause while we look at the. So as it says, the blast furnace allows smelting ores, scrap metals, and products of multi-materials to be cast into final products. A temporary solution is to use metal scraps from the abandoned communication stations. Once this is exhausted, you need to start mining iron ore. Other products work similarly. Coal is needed to smelt ores. You don't. Yeah, well, we worked that out. Wood harvesting. Okay, so it's actually kind of I've got ahead of that, so that's good. Assembly yards. Assembly. You can start producing construction parts to build more machines and buildings. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Some machines and vehicles require regular maintenance. You should research and build the maintenance depot as soon as possible. Well, everything's always as soon as possible, but the maintenance depot that was here. So at the moment we're still doing the farming, then it was vehicle production, and then something like that. I think is that we'll add that to the queue there, and then we'll add that there. This tools. There are several tools that can make more productive. Copy, you can simply select one structure and copy it to another place. Cut, sort of similar to the copy tool, but it removes and cuts. Yes. Pause tool. Pause tool enables pausing and unpausing individual buildings. Yeah, that's okay. Planning mode. Planning mode is very simple. When you enable you to automatically pause the construction of every structure you place, then prevents trucks from constructing your products without having to pause the game. However, leaving the planning mode won't unpause the construction, as you might not then be intended. To unpause what you have planned, you can just use the pause tool by dragging your cursor. So effectively, if you're in planning mode, everything you've done is pause. So then you'd have to unpause here to do it. Okay. Copy settings, Unity tool. You can get a quick delivery. You can get a quick delivery or quick removal to finish construction projects more quickly. However, this can be tedious when done one by one, especially when you have more complex factory, smaller units. This tool enables you to drag over an area in order to quick build delivery. Oh, so Unity is a quick build option. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right, I'm just gonna let the game whiz through because I'm aware that I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm really liking this. I think I could get hooked on this game. As I say, I never really got into Satisfactory. Factorio, I used to play a lot in the past, but it got to a point with Factorio that I stopped playing, and then when I came back, it had changed so much that I couldn't work out what was going on, and I started trying to relearn it. And I just got very, very frustrated with the overall concept, and so I've actually stopped playing it. Right, so I think I've got enough time to put some farming in. What's this? We got a farm. So the farm is predefined, so we don't have to do anything. I suppose my instinct would be to put the farm up here. We'll just drop a farm there. And our little trucks go out here. Assuming that maybe you could build roads, or was it, is road building an option? Let me just we'll have a look. Oh, let's have a look at the tech. So we got concrete production, beacons, storage, copper, ship, synthetics, ramps for vehicles. So that, I'm assuming that's to get them up and down gradients, irrigated farms, brambles. So there's no roads in this game. So the game itself actually decides on where your trucks are going to go. Interesting. But you've got a kind of road footpath here. So it's almost like you've got residential system. I mean, I'm assuming that over time these whoops. I mean, I'm assuming that over time these will upgrade. Right, so we've got a farm here. Oops. I'm just going to slow the game down a bit. No water. Okay, basic farming. Open research unlocked. Okay, thank you. So we're now working on vehicles. Whoops. Game, I would like a tutorial on basic farming to work out. Oh, so begin with, you've got to find out where it rains, and if you've got a place where it doesn't rain, that's pretty cool actually. I like that. I could do with some rain on my garden at the moment. I'm getting a bit fed up of going out and watering every other day because I don't believe in hoses. I always water with a watering can to conserve water. So what we got here is we've got crops planted. So we every fifth, we get 1.8 months. We get 70 potatoes. Fertility, soil, water level. So as long as there's water in the field, it will actually thing. So it's running out. Okay. No water. So there's no guarantee. Oh, that's pretty cool. And then we got fertilizer that says. So, wow, that's a little bit sting. I mean, I have seen comments that this game can really catch you out, and there's a level of complexity, and I actually like that idea of there. And so we got a bit more rain now, so it's going to go up and fill up in the. So you get there. So as long as you've got seasonal rain, you're okay. Great. And what that means is we should get the crops in here. We've got no storage though, I just noticed. I'm not sure if that is intentional or whether let me just see. I suppose we've got to research it, haven't we? Okay, let me just see. Basic diesel, what we got here? That looks a bit like storage. What's this here? Got maintenance depot in electricity. About here, you got unit storage. So there's two reasons to build a trading dock. You'd need to build a trading dock to get storage, and then you'd have to build 180 units. Back you go. So at the moment it's a just-in-time system. I'm assuming the fact that these have gone red means that there's nowhere for. But does it tell you what the storage is? Boost 0.25 doubles production. What's this? It says show 60. No idea what that means. Truck export, truck import, working. Actually, I do like these animations though when they're working. That is the detail on the grass as well. I suppose in some ways the trucks sat around doing nothing is useful. Oh, we're getting. What are you picking up here? You're picking up our first crop of potatoes, and you're delivering. That gives us 62 months of mining and dumping. Mining and dumping allows you to shape the terrain on the island in any way you want. You can remove material by mining it with excavators and add material by dumping it with trucks. Dumping can be performed anywhere on the island. However, mineral requires it to designate places inside an area that is managed by mine control. Mine control tower. Okay. Wow. So we can change the terrain, mine operational level area. The mine operation area can only be an optional area for the mine of the tower. Designation, snapping, resource layers. Yeah, I found the resource layers. Dumping. Oh, so you can build a slope. So the terrain management is within the game itself. Oh, that's cool. I like that. We haven't actually dumped anything over here, have we? So let me just see. So we got some coal here. Have a look what we've got. It's a research lab. We've got assembly hall. We got the farm here. Metal caster. So where? What am I looking for? I'm looking for research lab, buildings for vehicles. So we got a vehicle depot. I'm assuming we can build that, say about here, and we'll rotate that so it's facing the right way. Build that, and we got a mine control tower. I'm assuming that if I rotate that, I mean, it's probably going to go completely wrong. Can we get that on this? Maybe we shouldn't put it too close to there. What we got here? So we can. So we don't actually have to bring anything in. Oh, it takes resources, but we don't have to deliver them. We've got a small excavator, a pickup truck. We build one. Okay. So we just built a truck. Oh no, it's been built. So you click it and then it gets built. Ah, so it does take resources and they do have to be delivered. So I quite like the idea of a truck. Okay. What we got here? There's no vehicles assigned. Can we find excavators? We need to build an excavator. Down to here. We'll just build one out of curiosity. Waiting for materials to be delivered. I'll just speed up a little bit, guys. Knock me for bad layout. This is just me experimenting, getting a feel for the mechanics. I know that the layout isn't min-maxing. This is just, well, me having fun. This is one thing I do really like, especially with early access games, is just jumping in and trying to work out what's going on, making the mistakes, because I think in the long term that actually makes you a better player. We can queue up vehicles here. I want to see. Okay, we got ourselves a excavator, and we have to do anything that will what was it I did? I mean, what I did now. Mining designation. Okay, so we actually got to tell him to that has to be managed within the mining area. Okay, let me just, can I drag this? You need to go up a slope. So if I press F there, rotate that. Is that the right way around? Right, I've got a feeling this is going to be a little bit more complicated than, let's see if we can get into here, because let me just see. We'll have another go, guys. I don't want to spend too long on this. Okay, he's responded to that. Right, we're picking up dirt. Does that mean he's dumping the dirt? Follow the truck. Right, you're filling up with dirt. Where you go? Can we follow the truck? Where you go? Oh, we got heavy rain. Okay, so you can dig up dirt and reclaim dirt on this side. So we could extend the island. That's pretty cool. But we're not actually mining any coal at the moment. Let me just take a look at the overlay. Yeah, we haven't actually, we got to get up to get to the coal. No research selected. And we've finished a trading dock. Let me just see. Just look at the trading dock. What's this? Coal maker. Where's the... Right, we've now got storage. Just take a quick look at this. We've probably got no conveyor, so just build that. We got a trading dock. Wow. Just take that around as well. Ocean access. Oh, there we are. We'll very quickly build a trading dock. Right, we built this here. Number of products assigned, so we can put construction parts in there. So we can only have one product stored. Okay. But whoa, look at that, the swarm. Okay, where are they taking it? Wow. Got 180 products here. Wonder if you could change this to make, say, mechanical components. Let me just... we have two. Can you have two in here? We'll build that and let's see if we can do this. Because you can't seem to see where things are. We've got storage in here. I think just to wind up were trade with village. So keep emptying. Trade with village. So we can actually trade with the village. Oh, oops. For some reason that. Enough products to trade. Can we donate? So that's export, this is import. So we can import potatoes, coal, rubber, and copper. Wow, it's straight payment, is it? Oops. So it's an instant transaction. You don't need to send ships backwards and forwards. So that's good to know. And I'm aware that I'm probably starting to go over long on this now. Right, I think we've got to the coal now. We've kind of created depression here. So this guy now is picking up the coal. And he's got nowhere to put coal. So it's going to be quite important to get things connected and run up. Right, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. It's been a very interesting first look, and apologies if any of you guys are experienced players and you're wincing at my slightly feeble efforts to try and build a bit of an economy. I think I've got the hang of the mechanics. I've got a feeling planning mining, especially up an incline like this, is going to be a little bit frustrating, but I think it's probably more of a case of just getting used to this, where it is the waste management, this type of process. I think it's kind of oh, anyway, I'm not going to get into that too much, but I'd definitely be making a series on this game because I think I could get absolutely hooked on it, because I really like the idea of the building up an industry and the conveyors, getting things growing and coming together. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. As I said, any hints or tips on getting an economy up and running, what would you say is the priority? Do the developers have the priority right? But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.